What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. So, brothers, I've covered this particular sister by the name of Rhoda Bashe, and of course, she is known as Ro Reports on TikTok. And she was unfortunately hit in the face with a brick by somebody in the black diaspora. I believe, from what I've heard, that particular brother was not an African American. It was somebody also from the Horn of Africa or from the East African community. But I do want you to hear what happened, what she said about the black men who refused to help her. Let's play that clip.
In my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a yeah. This man hit me, grabbed a rock, and he hit me in my face because I would have given him my number. All y'all just watch. What you want to do? What you want to do? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man. Do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
Okay, so again, this is what she's saying. Black men didn't want to help. Dr. Umar Johnson has weighed in on the subject, all right? And I want to play what he has to say, and then I'm going to come back.
I just heard that a sister got hit with a brick for denying the romantic advances of her brother. Is that true? Can somebody confirm this story? In the United States, my American Africans, did I hear that correctly? That a sister got hit with a brick by a brother? This is insane. No man worthy of the title man. No man worthy of the title man should ever put his hands on an African queen. You have no business touching our sisters. Now, brothers, I've said this before. We're gonna have to ski mask up and start protecting our women. We're gonna have to ski mask up and start protecting our women. A brother put his hands on a sister, there should be an army of brothers to put him in his place. We have to. We have to. Every time a black woman is assaulted, black men as a brotherhood are dishonored. Every time a black woman is assaulted, black men as a brotherhood are dishonored. Our women are off limits for domestic abuse of any kind, violence of any kind, police violence, romantic violence, domestic violence, street violence. We need to send a message to the world. We need to send a message to the world that the abuse of black women is off limits. We need to do this. We need to do this. Because it's out of control. Our daughters are watching their mothers get beat by black men. That's not a good example. If we're concerned about our daughters being drafted into the lesbian army, the feminist army, the transgender army, if you're concerned about that, we have to do something about violence against black women. I don't know where it happened. I don't know when it happened. I don't know who the sister was. I don't know who the brother is. But justice needs to be served. And not...
All right. Now, I want to consider what Dr. Umar Johnson has said. I played what this other brother who was there, the Eyewitness, has stated. But Dr. Umar Johnson, to a certain degree, makes a point that, you know, no black woman should be ever hit in the face by a brick or abused at all. That I agree. I'm a pro-black, right? And I know that I have ties to the manosphere, ties to the red pill community, but I am African American first. I am very black centered, and you cannot have any sort of community. I have women that work for me, a woman that's a manager of my studio. I have women that I have like daughters damn near in this, that I'm almost adopted and stuff like that. I have women that are dear to me, right? So no matter what you think, I have women that are dear to me. I would never want nothing to happen to any woman I love. And if it was your mother, I know you feel the same way. Okay? Here's where Dr. Umar Johnson gets it wrong. This sister, I've seen her on social media acting belligerent. She's lost several TikTok platforms, not for the fact that, she's having a political opinion. She's out here twerking. She's out here slapping white people in the face. She's just acting ridiculous. So when I heard what the brother said, actually, you know what? I'm going to play that clip right here.
Yes, she did get hit by a brick. Yes, I saw it. Yes, I was standing by doing nothing. And if that shit happened again in the same circumstances, I will watch. Because she's not as innocent as she portrays herself to be. She was taunting the guy. She was calling him all type of names. She was degrading him to a point where he resulted in picking up a brick and hitting him. I don't condone that type of behavior, but once again, she's not as innocent as she portrays herself to be. I remember a while back, she's posting videos going around in public, literally smacking old white people in the face. For what? And now you get hit by a brick, and now you want to cry wolf? And I don't care. You wanted trouble, you got trouble. That's why I'll still buy and watch. So that whole situation got me upset.
So let me just say that. After you heard what this brother said, this lady is a problem in the community, okay? This woman is a problem in the community. Now, a woman who is out here putting her hands on folks, being disrespectful towards folks, and again, we're not justifying what happened to her, but you're asking black men to come out and defend that. What happens when you defend bad behavior in general? You encourage it. I'm gonna tell you, and again, I'm not trying to make this so personal, but once we, as black men, and we've done it in the black church, let pastors get away with anything. Same thing with folks like Umar. Let them get away with everything. What have we gotten as a result of even supporting people like Dr. Umar, Jay Morrison, Boyce Watkins? They continue not to produce for black folks. We accept that behavior. And if you have women out there who, like I said, if they're getting in guys' faces, if they're trying to be belligerent, and then they decide that you want to attack a man in an aggressive manner, and then you get hit with a brick, and then you expect these men, because you don't know what this man has, you expect him to put his life out there on the line. What does he get from that? And again, how often are black men going to be attack dogs, in the black community for, women who are getting in the face of guys, according to what the guy is saying? You see, it's one thing if a woman is just walking down the street and some man just come out there and throw something at her or whatever. I think that's very different. But if men are there and they feel like this woman is acting aggressive towards this man, or however she's handling is the wrong thing, what men are saying is there's no reason for me to protect you. I got to protect myself. So you can't ask men to come out there and decide that, we want to go ahead on and risk ourselves. We want to go ahead on and do this on the behalf of you. Because listen, these black men have their own families. They have their own kids. Okay, what if something happens to them? Who gonna pay their bills? She not gonna pay their bills. If something happens to the black man that's standing for her, all she gonna say is sorry. All she gonna say is my bad. That's it. But these guys gotta get out there and still go to work, So they gotta think for themselves. All of us as black men, we got somebody that's dependent on us that we gotta take care of. Okay? We all got somebody. We got mothers, we got wives, we got daughters. Hey, look, if you're gonna go out there and act a fool or whatever you're gonna do, and something happened, but I got my mother that needs me the next day, I'm going home to my mother. I'm going home to my wife. I'm going home to my daughter, my son, my community. Okay? Some brothers just don't want to go ahead on and risk it all for somebody they don't know. And I know a lot of people don't like that, but we got to just be honest about it. We have to be honest about that. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.